Final day of school for 2024 in the Bosch Motorsport Australia Rally Championship, and it is going to be a good day too. Title trophies that will have names etched on them later today, and beautiful weather by the Burnie coastline too for it all, with highs of 23 degrees. G'day everybody, Greg Rust with you for our coverage of Buckby Motors Rally Tasmania, the grand finale to what has been a remarkable year. We have come across Bass Strait for this one, to the Apple Isle, to the northwest of the state in fact, to Tassie's fourth biggest city. And Petters Rally Central behind me here, this is our headquarters, just to the south of the CBD, not all that far in fact from the shoreline. Coming into the final day of action, why don't we set the scene for you with a little summary of Saturday. Tony Sullins back in two-wheel drive this weekend. He had an issue with a sticking throttle that saw him crash out spectacularly. Up front, it was a Toyota 1-2 for the day, with Harry Bates taking the lead of over 20 seconds into this final one over his brother Lewis. Early on though, it was Scott Petter who led the event until a misheard note that he put his hand up for resulted in radiator damage and took him out of title contention and the event. The organisers did an awesome job with the PWS Super Special Stage, couple of thousand people in one of Burnie's biggest sporting events, seeing Richie Dalton take out the first pass, and Alex Rouleau was sharp on the second one to claim stage 10. And one of our rising stars there, Mitch Garrett, on the cusp of a Junior Cup title. Now ahead of these final block of stages, the final day of action in the championship for you, Dean Herridge caught up in Service Park here with some of the other headline makers.
Important day ahead, nervous, excited. How are you going to tackle it?
With a level head, we'll go out and do what we did yesterday, but have some fun while we do it.
You nervous?
Yeah, a little bit. Always nervous, but it's good nerves.
Big day ahead, mate, an important one. Nervous, excited. How are you going to tackle it?
I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm also excited. I know some of the roads are a bit better than yesterday, so hopefully we can get in a bit more of a groove today and just enjoy the day, and hopefully we can be there at the end of the day to take home the title.
Yeah, very nervous at this point. We've got a pretty tricky day of rallying coming up, and there's a lot on the line, as you say, so just need to focus on keeping the rhythm we had yesterday. I do want the rally win, and we are in the box seat for both that and the championship, so we want to try and, not back off completely, but just make sure we're keeping it clean.
Time to get to the forest with a summary now of the first three stages on Sunday, stages 11 to 13.
Five, four, three, two, one, go. From 26 right plus 80, careful.
Stages 4 and 8 from the day before were run in the reverse direction to start our big final day of the season. Peter Rouleau leaving his intercom issues from Saturday well behind him with an impressive fifth fastest.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad actually. We changed the setup in the car closer to Alex's overnight, and no, the car felt great.
It was a confidence-fueled start for Lewis Bates as he took a second out of his brother's rally lead, claiming his second stage victory of the weekend.
Yeah, 3 wins. Didn't quite take as much time out of Harry as what we were hoping, but yeah, we had a good morning. It was pretty crazy. The 43k stage, we won it by 0.3 of a second over Harry and Coral, and then I think a second back to Alex. So yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting big gaps in that stage. So clearly we all managed our tyres pretty well.
It was only a short sprint, but Hoy was mighty. A clear stage winner in Mainfix Production Cup, and ahead of the Luffs, Richie Dalton and Steve Maguire.
Yeah, the car feels good. It's pretty enjoyable, that long stage. We thought we'd done a pretty good time in there, but I think because we're running the softs, they went off a bit, so the time wasn't there, but we enjoyed ourselves.
Lewis won again on the first pass over New Haven, taking another second out of Harry. Alex Rouleau planned to use today as something of a live test session, having made changes to the car with an eye on 2025. But he wasn't about to compromise a podium finish. Third on this one, just 0.2 faster than Eddie Maguire.
Yeah, wicked stage. Yeah, I don't think I've had to drive that hard in my life, so yeah, it was wicked.
Hoy wasn't the only production runner turning heads. Aidan Peterson was 10th on this pass, and it moved him to within 20 seconds of Bodie Reading, the local making a title play and not getting rattled by Sunday rivals.
We're getting through it. The last stage we had a really good run. We know that stage really well, so it was good. I've been waiting for that stage for a few months, but now it was good to have a good run, and I think we got the quickest production car on that stage, which was nice.
You couldn't miss the trademark Monkhouse smile. He was having too much fun and now had a 1-minute lead in Trenching Systems Australia Two-Wheel Drive Cup. The mix of marks in this class didn't just appeal to those of that era.
Very long 6 right 50. Left side press, 130 down.
Richie Dalton was still fifth outright, but now vulnerable to Steve Maguire, and Dalton was acutely aware of it.
We encountered a lot of big rocks, but our setup was completely wrong, and we've actually given away 50 seconds to Steve Maguire in that loop, which is we only have a 19-second lead over him now to keep our fifth place, which is probably in jeopardy. We need to find something with a setup.
Reading's confidence in today's roads really showed on stage 13, 6th fastest and ahead of Peter Rouleau and the Luffs.
Long 5 right. Into long 6 left.
Another story people followed closely in Pedders Rally Central was Junior Cup. Mitch Garrett made a serious play for it this season and he was determined to finish it with a statement, leading the class by over a minute. Lewis won again, but only by 3/10 over Harry, whose overall lead in Buckby Motors Rally Tasmania was now 22.1 seconds.
Clear Lewis and I were separated by, I think, 3/10 on the 43k stage, which was probably the one everyone looked at the start of the weekend thinking there'd be big gaps, and Alex Rouleau was right there as well. But it's an incredible stage, super rewarding, super fast, but also very technical. So, yeah, it was a good morning for us, very clean. Just trying to focus on keeping it in the middle of the road at this point.
To the results at this point, Alex Rouleau is just over a minute off the lead, as you can see there. Now, that might seem like a lot, but the way this day could play out, it could change in a heartbeat. Lots of action to come. He's well placed. Eddie Maguire a safe 4th, and Troy Dowell an excellent 10th on his ARC return. To the classes now. Hoy has a minute 40 lead over Reading in Main Fix Production Cup for the event. Garrett with a 53-second advantage over Molly Spalding in Junior Cup. Jack Monkhouse on top by nearly 6 minutes in Trenching Systems Australia Two-Wheel Drive Classic Cup. Peter Dimmick, though, in the Nissan Z is the one eyeing up the crown. Josh Redhead in control of Four-Wheel Drive Classic, and Glenn Brinkman with one hand on the trophy in Subaru WRX Challenge in its inaugural year. Joined here at Pedders Rally Central now by two guys who have already been spraying some champagne. You'll see why a little later in our highlights coverage here. Our title winners for both Junior Cup and Main Fix Production Cup, Mitch Garrett and Bodie Reading, respectively. Congratulations to you both. How good?
Yeah, no, thank you very much. It's been what a year, honestly. It's great to be here, get to the end. We finished every single stage, every rally we started, so yeah, couldn't ask for anything better.
Is that arguably the secret to your success too? You've been fast, but you've been consistent, exactly as Mitch has just been talking about. That's been vital, particularly in Main Fix, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And that was when we first started in Queensland. That was our goal. We just had to be consistent. We couldn't afford to have any mistakes. And yeah, like Mitch, we finished every stage of every rally, and you got to do that if you want to be there at the end. And we managed to be consistent enough to end up taking the title for second year in a row, which is amazing.
Well done. Congratulations on the back-to-back. Were you worried about Molly? Were you thinking about that?
It was always playing in the back of my mind because she's an Australian champion, and it's hard to battle with people like that, and to end up coming away with it over Molly, I guess, is pretty surreal.
Mega. Let's look ahead to 2025. Mitch, to you, I mean, this is a great platform for you, right? To be Junior Cup champion, pretty special in the Australian Rally Championship. Can that be a springboard for you?
Yeah, let's hope so. Honestly, at the moment, we've got no plans for next year. We'll sort of see what happens, but if there's a ride that pops up, I won't say no, so we'll see what happens.
Is there some talk for you for next year and what this might lead to?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very much in the same way. I've got no plans at this stage. Like, we weren't even going to be doing this year, and it changed like a month before Queensland sort of thing. So, but yeah, no plans. But yeah, if a ride pops up, we'll take it. But just a lot of funding needed to try and get anywhere if we want to do it ourselves.
Okay, well, it is something great for both of you to trade on. A lot of hard work from your respective teams and your co-drivers has gone into this. On behalf of all of us here at the broadcast and all of the fans of the championship, congratulations to you both.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
There you go. We wish them well for next season. Let's take you back to the forest now as we go to the final two stages before the Galvanise Insurance Power stage. We're talking about highlights now for the two passes over Blackfish Reverse and the second one over New Haven.
The epic battle between the Bates brothers continued on the second pass over Blackfish Reverse, but this time it was Harry's turn for a stage win. He and Coral Taylor claiming the sprint by a mere 0.3 of a second at the end of 4.8 Ks.
One stage to go, but it's, you know, a quarter of the rally. So we just need to focus, make sure we're ready for it and go in there and do our job. I think it's, yeah, I'm not going to lie, it's pretty nerve-wracking. It's a tough stage. We did it this morning, but everything's feeling great in the car at this point, so there's no reason why we should be worried.
Alex Rouleau was closer to the Toyota Gazoo Racing pair this time, just 2.5 seconds shy of Lewis.
Yeah, we made some more changes again. I said we're going to use today as a bit of a test day, and yeah, feeling good in there. Hopefully I left some tyres on it for the next one.
Richie Dalton turned up the tempo, barely half a second off Rouleau and importantly ahead of Steve Maguire. But where was Eddie? Our other mathematical title contender finished the stage a distant ninth, 7 seconds off Harry.
Yeah, that's a great piece of road. It's completely different to the rest of the rally. It's quite smooth. It's a shy road. It's yeah, it's cool. You know the old trick, Dino, when you're taking it easy, you tend to make a few mistakes, and we nailed something on the inside right. So I don't know if we got a flat or not, but yeah, hit it pretty hard.
Clayton Hoy clocked 4th fastest time on New Haven 2. What was even more impressive is how close he went to 3rd, 4/10 off Alex Rouleau.
I thought it was our last chance to have a good go, and it's a really nice smooth road, so yeah, had a bit of a push.
Bodie Reading banked a top 10 stage time here, 4 seconds behind Steve Maguire, who was in close company with Brad and Jamie Luff.
Yeah, no, not too bad. Just trying to get through it and just trying to enjoy it, I guess, because it's probably the last rally for a while and home rally. So yeah, just trying to enjoy it and take it all in.
The pendulum swung back Lewis's way on this one. He was the only one to clear it in under 5 minutes. And importantly, it helped him claw back 3.4 seconds on his brother. Lewis now trailed by 19 going into the big one. A mountain that might seem too difficult to climb, but the grueling length of the power stage to come meant anything could happen.
Yeah, we had a good run in there. It's a fun stage. It's better the second time round with grip.
To the overall results after 15 stages. One remains. Harry Bates on top, but the advantage, as you can see there, has been reduced to 19 thanks to the tenacity of Lewis Bates. Alex Rouleau, it would seem, in a solid, a stable 3rd place. Local hero Eddie Maguire needs a miracle. Richie Dalton, an excellent performance in the top 5, and Bodie Reading has snuck inside the top 10 as he eyes the Main Fix Production Cup crown. Here are your class leaders at the moment for the event. So Jack Monkhouse doing a terrific job in Trenching Systems Australia 2-wheel drive classic. Clayton Hoy really starring this weekend, keeping the pressure on those outright runners, but also on top as far as Main Fix Production Cup for the event is concerned here. With us now at Petters Rally Central, delighted to talk with two guys who have put their names onto very special trophies along with their co-drivers. We're talking about Trenching Systems Australia 2-wheel drive classic champion for this year in the Mighty Z, Peter Dimmick, and the inaugural winner of the Subaru WRX Challenge in Glen Brinkman. Congratulations to both of you.
Thanks very much.
Tell us about the year. I mean, we've seen this most amazing, beautiful array of cars. We walked down memory lane, and you're the man with the name on the title.
The trophy at the end. Oh no, it's just a start of the year. We thought just do a full round of the Australian Rally Championship before I hit 60. It was all sort of on the bucket list, and we came away with a win, which was even better.
Great job for you too, Glenn, because, I mean, Dean Herridge has been a part of our coverage. We know how much work has gone into the foundation of that WRX Challenge. Did you enjoy it? And well done.
Yeah, look, I think it's been pretty cool being involved from the start of it all. I believe that we've really helped develop the car now and get it to hopefully a championship that next year we can get, half a dozen cars out there and have a proper go at it. But yeah, it's a fantastic car to drive now. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
What, I mean, respectively to both of you, does a national crown like this mean? I mean, firstly, for you, there is this rich history of some great cars over the years, and you've helped us relive a bit of that this year, haven't you?
Yeah, basically, I started off in a 1600 like everyone, but I had a Z back in the 90s, and I sort of goes rallying away for a while, came back and I wanted to build a Z, so I built a Z to compete.
And it's beautifully prepared and presented by the team. For you, Glenn, at the other end of the spectrum, something brand new, and this is, I used the term a little earlier, a launch pad in some respects. We're hoping we're going to get more people in 2025,
Yeah,
aren't we?
look, I hope so. I think it's been underestimated. There's a lot of people that showed a lot of interest, and just getting the bums in seats now is what we need. But it's a cool car, and there's a lot of state championships that are now making the car eligible, which probably encourage it to kick along a bit. But yeah, there've been 3 great rallies that we've done, and I can't wait to come back and do some more next year.
Good stuff. Before we let both of you go, a final thought on what you reckon the secret of success was in the relative classes for you this year. I mean, there's a lot of competition for you, wasn't there?
Yeah, a lot of competition. You went to every state in Australia, except Northern Territory, so you're running against the local boys on the local roads who fairly quick. You can't sort of get close to them. Basically just consistency. Just be there and finish every event.
Is it a similar yarn story for you?
It was pretty easy for me. There wasn't a lot of competition this year. I'm hoping it'll be a lot tougher next year. So let's talk about that next year.
All right. Well, as we say, I think it's great ingredients for both of you, for both classes for next year. Thank you for stopping by here at Petters Rally Central, and most importantly, to you and your teams, congratulations on a stellar 2024 season.
Thanks very much.
There they are, 2 champions. We have many class winners in the Australian Rally Championship. We're about to take you now to the final piece of the puzzle, the Galvanise Insurance Power Stage, and who would win the outright crown.
It was the longest stage of the season, and by quite a margin. A quest of stamina, mental toughness, and a real test of machinery. Harry Bates and Coral Taylor the first to set off.
Go. Flat 5 right plus opens, tightens 5 on twist. Go 120. Dip into slight left on crest. Continues over second crest.
Their time at the first split was 6/10 up on Lewis Bates and Anthony McLaughlin. Suddenly, third looked under threat for Alex Rouleau. Turbo trouble for the Hyundai massively impacting his speed.
Care 9 right long over steep crest.
Something actually fly out of the bonnet, or was it just like a bit of smoke or something?
Like a...
They might just have the hose off.
Yeah.
I don't know, what do you think?
8 left plus. No, I think we just got to keep going. We spent loads of time stopping.
Yeah, no boost, so yeah, we lost like 6 minutes or something in there.
With Alex cruising, Eddie Maguire was thrust into podium contention. A special moment at home, almost slipping from his grasp.
Yeah, look, followed Alex's dust for probably 38 kilometres, so I don't know why he found the need to drive the entire way at the pace he's done. He literally pulled over 2 kilometres ago, so very frustrating, very dangerous, but anyway, it is what it is. We're here.
The Luffs had a mechanical too, with a worrying loss of oil. Still, Brad and Jamie pushed on to the finish.
But yeah, we hit something pretty hard with the right end front. We got oil all over our windscreen, so I've still got oil pressure, so I'm thinking it might just be a shock, but we'll find out.
Then the rally safe alarm was triggered for Peter Rouleau, a 12G crash 11 kilometres into stage. Understandably, the stage was downgraded, with medical teams given the priority. Just 8 competitors reached the finish control beforehand. Lewis had effectively beaten his brother at every split beyond the first and found 5 seconds over the stage. On paper, it was another stage win for Lewis, with the event and the Bosch Motorsport Australia Rally Championship going the way of his brother, Harry. A third crown and an incredible 6th for his Hall of Fame co-driver, Coral Taylor.
6 right over finish, 100, 5 right to stop. Well done.
Well done to you.
Great job.
You too.
Wow.
Wow.
I was a bit rogue to even think about this because it was like, you know, anything can happen. Just don't expect anything. How good is that?
To finish it off with such a challenging day, rallying like that is amazing. But thank you so much to my team. You know, Sam's been the number 1 on my car for ever since the start of my rally career, way back in 2015, 2016, and we've won all 3 championships together. So thanks to him, it's been a pretty special ride, and thanks so much to Coral in the car, and honestly the rest of the team at MBM. It's just been a real team year, and hopefully if Lewis and Anthony can come through here in second place, then it's another 1-2 for the team as well.
To the final event results we go. Congratulations to Harry Bates and Coral Taylor. That cements the title for them. In the end, though, Lewis was able to trim the advantage to just over 13 seconds. And in the way that final stage shook out, it means that Eddie Maguire and Zach Brakey finished in the top three. A couple of other stories to highlight there as well. Well done to Troy Dowell on his return to the sport in the top 10. To our class winners now. Clayton Hoy, what a mighty weekend in Mainfix Production Cup. Mitch Garrett, the Junior Cup winner and the title there as well. We heard from him earlier in the show. Jack Monkhouse, Trenching Systems Australia 2-Wheel Drive Classic. Glenn Brinkman takes out Subaru WRX Challenge, both here in Tassie, of course, and for the round. We are joined by the champions now in both Harry and Coral. You can see a little bit of vision here as they join us at the desk at Petters Rally Central as they celebrate a very special place in the Australian Rally Championship record books with their title win. Some of the other title winners here today too, getting to spray some champagne here to you both. Congratulations. Your third one, what is that for you? I'm losing count now. 6, I'm joking. Congrats. I mean, just unbelievably good and quite a tough year too, wasn't it?
Yeah, thanks, Rusty. It's an incredible feeling right now. As you say, a tough year, and this one feels hard fought. So, yeah, to sit here now as a 3-time champion, it's unreal.
Can we just look at a few of the numbers here for a moment? 20-plus rally wins for you, 40-plus rally wins for you in the Australian Rally Championship. When you rewind the clock to the early 90s, when you won the first crown with Neil Bates, did you think you'd be sitting here today with those kind of numbers? Pretty impressive.
No, not at all. I mean, I can remember standing at a state championship rally, at the finish of a state championship rally, looking at the people who won that rally and thinking how amazing that would be. So, you know, things just happen sometimes in life, and you do achieve things that you thought were out of your reach or just a dream.
Could you relax at any point at all this weekend? Did you relax?
No, not really. The goal was to relax and just enjoy being in the car, and I think we achieved that for the most part, yeah. But it is stressful. This afternoon I was hearing every single noise coming from the car and starting to worry about little things that might go wrong and might take our championship away. But it all worked out, and you know, Coral and I think this weekend put on a pretty decent performance. Our stage times were always near the top, and you know, we didn't make a mistake. So it was it was a good championship weekend.
We reflected a little earlier in the weekend in a story about the fact that this is the third one for you, right? Now that's, in your mind, I would imagine, cementing a pretty special place in the Australian Rally Championship record books. Do you accept that now?
Yeah, I guess so. It's pretty incredible. I'm there now with names like Cody Crocker, Greg Carr, Colin Bond, with 3 championships, still one behind Dad, but, you know, maybe we can get there one day. But it is special. It's a really tough championship to win. You know, we're the first back-to-back winners since Simon and Sue Evans in 2010, so that just goes to show what a tough championship it is, I think. The fact that it's been that long since we've had 2, you know, back-to-back winners. So, yeah, it means a lot. It's special, and as we've discussed, I'm a bit of a student of the sport. I love the history, and to be with those names is pretty cool.
I love that. So in being a student of the sport, you are now at number 6. Already a Hall of Famer. It's just, the story keeps going, doesn't it? Amazing.
Yeah, it is, and it wasn't planned. It all just happened, all 6 of them, really. But I think, you know, for me, looking at this weekend and what's been achieved here, and my long association with the Neil Bates Motorsport team, and you know, rallying is a very complex sport, and it takes a lot of things to be done correctly and go right to win a championship. So really, for me, I'm extremely privileged to be able to sit in the car with Harry. I think Harry is an amazing driver, and there's probably lots of co-drivers that would love to have the job that I have. But we're just one part of it. So really, this is a dedication, I would believe, to the whole team at Neil Bates Motorsport. There's a whole load of girls and guys there that work so hard, you know, pretty much 365 days a year to make this happen. It isn't just drive into town and do a rally by any stretch of the imagination.
On that note, he's just beyond our cameras here. Let's bring in the boss here, Neil Bates. Come and join us, because as we sort of soak this up collectively between you, the boys, the entire family, what is that now? 8 crowns. That's unreal. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. It is amazing. You know, you look at, you know, when you say that, you think far out. But, you know, I had 2 kids that, you yeah, they love rallying, but I had one who was playing professional soccer, one who was a race walker, and then, you know, when they were 18, 19, that all changed and they started rallying, and a few years later, here we are. So, yeah, it is remarkable, and obviously the woman sitting on our left there is very remarkable as well. Now a 6-time champion, and you know, it's the whole thing is a bit surreal. But I'm very proud of what the team has done this year. And you know, if you have a look at Rally Queensland, when we left there, we've one completely wrecked Yaris and one damaged Yaris, and you know, to come back and end up first and third in the championship, and you know, the manufacturers title. You know, it's been a very, very good fight back, and you know, Harry and Coral and Lawson and Anthony have done an amazing job.
Final thought, we're going to run out of time here. A, will you get to celebrate tonight? B, do you get to relax now? Well, you've made a heap of Toyota 86s this year, 2 brand new Rally 2 cars. Toyota Gazoo Racing Australia must be pumped with this.
Yeah, obviously it's been a very, very successful year, and I am actually staying in Tassie for 2 weeks, so I can tell you I was very happy after the last stage, and we had 2 straight cars to put in the truck, so instead of being Vegemite sandwiches and tents, we might be able to afford a motel and a couple of dinners out.
Congratulations to you both. I think it's just a tremendous collective story. It's nice to share some of the statistics there with our very passionate fans of the championship, and to you both, the champagne is the crowning of a massive year. Well done.
Thanks, Rusty. Thank you.
There they are.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rusty.
The champions collectively, and that is fundamentally going to take us out for our final highlights show of the year here. We hope you've enjoyed it. A quick thank you to everybody at Motorsport Australia, to Adrian Coppin and his team who've done an incredible job with the organisation, to our volunteers who've made this possible, and especially our commercial partners. Little thanks as well to the TV team who've worked hard behind the scenes. From all of us here, we'll catch you in 2025. Bye for now.